So, welcome, guys.
Hi.
It's so nice to have you here. It's your first time playing in Germany.
It is. No, it's not actually the first time. It's the first. It's the first Rock in Park and Rock am Ring.
Like, it's the first like proper festival on this special place, like
Yeah.
the Ring. And how does it feel?
It feels awesome actually because it was kind of like on my to-do list. I really wanted to come here because I feel like it's kind of special that you're playing on a racetrack, and I feel like this racetrack has a lot of history,
It does, yeah.
and I do love, or we love history, so it's exciting to be here.
Yeah, coming to history. So all your songs are about true crime cases, serial killers, tragic events, and what's the most fascinating case or fascinating serial killer for you personally?
I think they're all fascinating. You know, when it comes to the human psyche, it's like the human psyche is really fascinating. So I cannot really answer the question which one fascinates me the most because they're all kind of different. Some kind of like the same, but some are like really different, like the backstories, for example. So when you look at, for example, Michelle Carter, you know, she's not a serial killer, but it's a total different topic when you compare it to Richard Ramirez. But they're both fascinating in their own way. You know, she talked her boyfriend into suicide, but he killed them by hands, you know. So it's different, but it's fascinating what brings a human being to the edge of humanity.
Totally agree. So are there any cases in particular you are looking into right now?
I don't talk about cases I'm looking into right now.
Okay, I got it. So you mentioned in another interview that you translate the cases into music and that you want your songs to sound like the cases. And these are quite heavy topics, and of course, there are certainly criticism about it. And I wanted to know, how do you maintain the artistic freedom without crossing the line?
I think we're trying to be really respectful with the cases. We're not not even trying. We don't romanticize the facts to this crime. You know, like we stay true to facts. And I feel like when you tell a story, you have to tell it everything. You know, but stay true to facts, not fantasize or come up with like fantasizing something or like romanticizing it. We're just staying true to facts, and I think that helps us to keep it in check, if you can say that. You
Yeah,
know,
I get it.
like I want to be, or we want to be as respectful to those cases as possible, but we want to tell the story. So there will be certain people, they will be offended by it, obviously, but it's a true story. It's not, when people are like, you're singing about true crime, that's kind of offensive. I'm just asking myself, like, when you're the director of Saw, for example, like you have to come up with this shit like on your own. I'm just telling stories that actually happened. So it's a part of the of human being or us humans, you know. So I think I hope I answered that question properly, but yeah,
You did, thank
we
you.
just try to stay true to the facts, not romanticize it, and
Just tell the
try
story.
to be respectful as possible.
Yeah, yeah. So has it ever happened that any relatives of these kind of cases reached out to you?
No, actually not. But what I wanted to do when we went to Australia together, writing our first songs together, I wanted to meet Catherine Knight in prison, and I had the chance to actually meet her. So when the day came, she actually said like, no, she doesn't want to talk to me anymore.
Oh, really?
Because she found out that I'm not a journalist, I'm a singer, and I'm gonna write a song about it. So, but that would be like the only actually interaction I would have with someone or with a serial killer then,
Yeah.
or with a killer, but not with relatives, no.
Was this like one case, or like, okay, if you have another chance to meet someone else, would you still do it?
Absolutely. I feel like if you get all the information firsthand, it's so different. Like, I read a lot of books, and watch a lot of movies or whatever, but to get the information firsthand,
Firsthand.
that would be kind of cool, yeah.
Sounds amazing. So you're releasing music since 2017, and there's a EP after EP. Is there an album coming?
Maybe.
Maybe. So I've looked into your songs, and you haven't translated the cases of Charles Manson yet, Jeffrey Dahmer, or Jack the Ripper. Might these be, like, are we meeting or getting to experience those stories on a maybe album?
That's a tough one, you know. Like I know about Charles Manson, obviously. I know about Jeffrey Dahmer, obviously. But it's like when there's no spark with the idea, you know, that I feel like, okay, this is it. I'm not writing it.
I see.
I mean, obviously, I'm interested in it. I like their stories. It's really interesting, but it hasn't really sparked my creativity yet.
I see.
So
Maybe because they're just so overdone in media already.
yeah, and there's so many new cases coming, you know, like, for example, like the school shootings that happen at the moment. That was more important to me to sing about that than about Jeffrey Dahmer. Not to say that Jeffrey Dahmer is, like, you know...
Irrelevant.
No, not at all. But I felt like Columbine, for example, is more important to talk about right now than Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, because it's still happening, and
it's
Jeffrey
still happening, and nothing has changed. So I feel like we need to talk about this more.
Of course. So you did a collab with Jonathan Davis.
We did, yeah.
And are you watching them play today?
I hope so. That we have time to actually check them out, but obviously we would totally check them out if we got time.
My last question would be, like, of course, where you draw your musical influences from.
Where
from artists, or do you get, like, inspired by different artists, different... Like,
no, not at all. I get inspired by true crime.
True crime, just
true crime stories, that's it.
Because
I feel like as I said before, it's the crime. I want to sound like the crime and not like another band. I'm not like, how you say that? Yeah, like I'm not trying to, like, be as another artist. I just want to sound like the crime. So no, I'm not. Like, obviously, I do have artists I look up to and I get inspired, but it's actually the case itself that inspires me. Yeah.
I'm so fascinated with your music, because I myself am a huge true crime fan and can't get enough of it, and, like, it consumes you. You're there, and I think it's really beautifully done. As you said,
thank you so much.
Like, I think it's the perfect expression. You translate it, and I think it's the perfect translation.
Thank you so much.
Keep going. I'm looking very forward to see what comes next. Thank you for your time. It was very lovely to speak with you, or, like, to speak with you, but having the both of you here. And looking forward to see you play.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.